This new innovation in Assassin's Creed Shadows is game-changing for the franchise. Playing as Yasuke in Shadows doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed, he's something new. Shadows' second protagonist changes the rules of the game. Thanks to a renewed focus on the ideas the series was originally built on, Shadows is the most satisfying Assassin's Creed has felt in years. You can fluidly move from ground to castle rooftop thanks to the best parkour system since Unity, and a grappling hook only makes the journey to a great vantage point even speedier. Perched on a tightrope high above the enemy, you're only a drop away from scoring the perfect kill. Provided you're playing as 𝐦𝐤𝐤, that is. Take control of Yasuke, Shadow's second protagonist, and it's a whole different game. Yasuke is slow, he is clumsy, he can't kill silently, and he climbs like a grandpa. He is the antithesis of an Assassin's Creed protagonist. He is one of Ubisoft's most baffling design choices, and one of its most fascinating. Because when I play as Yasuke, I don't feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed anymore. I initially found this gulf between Yasuke's ability set and the fundamental philosophy of the series to be incredibly frustrating. What is the point of an Assassin's Creed protagonist who can barely climb and can't perform a silent takedown? But the more I've played as him, the more I've seen merit in Yasuke's design. He's unquestionably flawed, but I think he addresses a couple of very important issues that Assassin's Creed has struggled with over the past few years. A brief starring role in Shadow's prologue aside, you don't get to play as Yasuke until several hours into the campaign. It means that your entire settling-in period is spent controlling 𝐦𝐤, a swift shinobi who fulfills the assassin part of Assassin's Creed better than any series protagonist has for a decade. Switching to Yasuke after playing as 𝐦𝐤 for so long is jarring. This towering samurai is too big and too noisy to effectively sneak through enemy camps, and is barely capable of climbing anything higher than his own head. He cannot find a handhold in the jutting roofs that line Japan's streets, and when you do find something he's able to climb, he does so painfully slowly. On rooftops, he precariously balances on the apex, standing upright for all to see as he cautiously inches forward. These impairments to Yasuke's climbing abilities introduce friction. Scaling environments can feel like a chore, with structures like scaffolding and ladders required to make any significant progress. All of this doesn't exactly force Yasuke to stay at ground level, but it certainly encourages it. This in turn denies him vision. Without easy access to high vantage points, it's difficult to map out an area's threats and plan accordingly. And where a grounded 𝐦𝐤 at least has the enemy highlighting eagle vision to fall back on, Yasuke has nothing. Take up his blade and you're agreeing to sacrifice almost everything other than raw strength. Assassin's Creed is built on stealthy kills and vertical exploration, ideas that Yasuke is in direct opposition to. If this sounds not a lot like Assassin's Creed, it's because it isn't. The series has thus far been built around parkour-led exploration. Even when it has delved into areas of history where buildings were rarely more than 1 or 2 stories high, verticality is still a core part of the flow. Being robbed of the series' traditional climbing freedom and forced to follow more prescribed routes makes time spent as Yasuke feel much closer to playing Ghost of Tsushima than Assassin's Creed. A feeling only emphasized by Yasuke's lack of stealth training and reliance on his samurai sword skills. Embodying Yasuke is to play a game that's first and foremost about fierce combat, something Tsushima is fondly remembered for, and Assassin's Creed often criticized over. To play as Yasuke is to be asked to rethink how to play Assassin's Creed. Historically, the series has allowed us to climb anywhere. Previous assassins have been knife-happy Spider-Men, armed with sticky hands that allow them to scale everything from towers to glaciers as if they were ladders. It is effortless, and as a result, it offers no challenge whatsoever. Yasuke changes this. While it's true that there's a lot beyond his grasp, careful observation of the environment reveals hidden pathways that have been built, especially to allow Yasuke to reach his objectives. For instance, a leaning tree trunk protruding from an overcrop can lead you to a sink point that would otherwise be inaccessible without a grappling hook. A castle may have an open window on the second floor, easily entered if you follow the staircase-like arrangement of the courtyard's exterior wall. Such paths are arguably more interesting to decipher than the practically thoughtless scrambles of past games. These pathways only take Yasuke where he needs to be, though. He has much less freedom when it comes to general exploration, and it's difficult to gain the high ground to observe enemy patrol patterns. But Yasuke really doesn't abide by the traditional Assassin's Creed approach of assessing guard movements and planning ahead. His only real stealth ability is the brutal assassination skill, and, well, it involves impaling an enemy on his sword, lifting them 3 feet off the ground, and yelling. Not exactly inconspicuous, is it? Rather than a takedown, it's an opening move for combat, kicking things off with an instant kill. And when things do kick off, things get good. They get really good. Shadows boasts the best swordplay Assassin's Creed has had in over a decade. There's purpose to each strike and a rich variety of techniques to pull on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more honest, in-depth gaming reviews. See you in the next video.